let me tell you a secret. You've been watching Dr. John's videos? Well, around Christmas time, the gifts he gives generally look something like this, or like this. These are just not very interesting or beautiful packaging. But today, we're going to show you how to wrap your own gifts so they look nice and beautiful right under your Christmas tree. This is very easy. It takes very little time to learn, just a little bit of practice. Sometimes gifts come in different sizes, sometimes they're square, sometimes they're really strange shapes. And we're going to show you how to handle each of those cases, and then how to put the finishing touches, like ribbons, onto your packages. Hi, so let's get started on our first package. What do you do if you just have a square item, like a book? Well, let's measure out some wrapping paper. We want just so much, one side of the book, the other side, and the third side, and a little bit extra. Now I'm just going to cut it right here. And here I'm using a rotary cutter. Any pair of scissors will work. So then I want to leave a little bit extra on the top. So if I look at the height of my book, I want to leave at least that much. Usually a little bit extra never hurts. And the same amount on the bottom. And that there is the square piece that's going to take to wrap my book. Now that I have a piece of wrapping paper just the right size, I'm going to take my Scotch tape. This is just regular Scotch tape that you can buy in any office supply store. I want to take the front side of my book, or whatever the front side is of your box, maybe it's a toy, and put it right in the middle of the wrapping paper. Notice that this is the back side of the wrapping paper. The front side is going to be on the outside. I'm going to take one side of the wrapping paper, fold it over, one side, the other side, fold it over, and I'm going to tape it like that. Okay? Then what I'm going to do, so now this is taped here, what I want to do is make sure my book is still in the middle. Crease the top down and find this corner of that book. I'm going to make a triangle here. The paper is a little bit long. Coming from the top of the corner down, and I'm going to fold those edges in. See, now I have the top and the sides of my package are well defined, and I just have this bottom flap here. I'm going to fold the bottom flap up and over, and I'm going to tape it right where it is. And I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. And I tape it down, and voila! My book is wrapped. Okay, so let's add some ribbon. One common way to add ribbon is to find the middle of your package. This is the front side of the package, and I'm just going to put it right down here. I'm going to check to make sure my ends are even. So they're about even there. And see how I'm going to take these two ends and I'm going to cross them. That there is nice and strong. I can pull on it in either direction, and it doesn't really move much. It's right in the center of my package. I'm going to flip the package over, and I'm going to tie a bow right in the middle where the two ribbons cross. Oh dear. Sometimes it doesn't work out the first time. I'm not the best package wrapper out there, but I'm guessing you aren't yet either.
Watch my video how to tie shoelace.
Oh, there we go. Nice ribbon and a nice package. The only thing you have to do now is stick on your sticker where it says to and from, and put it under a tree. The next package that we're going to wrap is this bananagrams. Notice that sometimes we don't always have this nice square shape. So what can we do about that? Well, we're going to make a tube-shaped package. So what I'm going to do here is take my wrapping paper, And I want to make sure that I have enough to roll the entire package. That's how much I want it. I want in this direction, right? And so I'm going to make a slit there to remind me. This wrapping paper here has very helpful grid lines so that I can make sure that I always cut straight. See, there they are, in both directions. Okay, and then in the other direction, I want enough so that I want maybe 6 inches or so on either end of this package. So I want this much wrapping paper. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just roll this around my circular package. Put a piece of tape in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to find the 2 ends to my package and crunch the wrapping paper in at those 2 locations. Okay? And now I'm going to secure it with a ribbon on either end. And this is going to create a very nice, attractive candy shape. Here I have my ribbon. I want a good long amount for either end. Because there's a lot of fancy things you can do with ribbon to make your ends look great. Last time we did a bow, this time this here is curling ribbon. So this here is more fabric type of ribbon. You see this one, it feels kind of plasticky. This ribbon is great for curling. So again, I'm gonna make sure that 2 ends are even. I'm going to tie this in a nice tight knot. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Great! So now I'm just going to curl the 2 ends here of my ribbon. What I want to do is open my scissors, find the underside of the ribbon, hold it at the base. See, you want to be careful here so as to not cut yourself. But it's actually okay to touch the top of your scissors. And then I'm going to press towards the scissors and I'm just going to pull up along the ribbon. And see? Creates this beautiful little curl. I'm going to do the same to the other side. Oh, that one didn't. It might have had, sometimes if you get the wrong side of the ribbon, it doesn't curl as nicely. And sometimes they just don't want to curl.
This is
If you keep trying, eventually you'll get it though. See, there, after a few tries, I made a nice little bow.
amazing. Amazing.
There we go. One nice package. And this is a great thing you can do with some of those odd-shaped packages that don't really wrap all that easily. Sometimes, though, no matter how hard you try, things that just are strange shapes that aren't really wrappable. This here is a piece of ginger, or 2 pieces actually. I'm not sure why you would ever want to give anyone ginger, but it was the strangest shape that I was able to find around here. This is when you want to use a bag. So when you use a bag to gift an item, you want to make sure you also have tissue paper. This tissue paper, we're going to put one on the bottom side of the bag to protect anything on the bottom. And then we're going to put in our gift and take one more sheet of paper and place it on the top. And voila! Our oddly shaped item is now beautifully wrapped. This is also a great thing to do with your delicates because this tissue paper offers a lot of padding. Another way that you can do that is use a bit less tissue paper, but I'm going to fold down the sides here. I'm going to punch 2 holes. Any hole puncher will do. Sometimes if you don't have a hole puncher, scissors will work just fine. And then I'm going to thread through a piece of ribbon. Sometimes this can be a little tricky, so the larger you can punch your holes, the better, easier this is going to be. There we go. So you can wrap this through the holes and around as many times as you like. And when you're done, you can try and even out your ends a bit. This helps you make sure that the bows that you tie are always straight. And we're just going to tie a nice bow here on the front. And that's another really creative way to use a bag. And it looks great. All you need now is your to from tag and you're all set.